Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and today I am going to do my eye Nuovi, which I know it's supposed to be Nuovi or something like that, but I'm going to say it the Lisa way, and it's eye Nuovi for me. But I'm going to show you all of the shadows and the other things that Tanya was nice enough to send to me. Some of them are the Kate brand. Two things are the Kate, but I wanted to go ahead and show you those too. And I went ahead and took everything out of the box and put them in my little basket, because this morning when I was doing my makeup I wanted to be able to see all the colors at one time. But everything comes in a box. The Matlogy eyeshadows, they come in a box like this, and then the regular eyeshadows just come in a box like that. And she was nice enough to send me a cream blush, and it came in a box also. So I just wanted to show you those just in case somebody wanted to see it. So first off, I'll start with the cream blush. I am wearing it today, and I wore it yesterday in my video, and it is gorgeous. Everybody knows this is like my color, and I hope you can see that this is really a neat color because it's peachy. This is kind of like the Nude Rose liner by Catrice, because it's peachy and it's pink, but yet it can go kind of rosy too. I guess it's because it's kind of muted, and it is like a lip gloss, and it is called the Cheek Blush, and it's not real, what's the word, it's very pigmented and dense, and it's not real shiny or anything. It's not sparkly at all, and I'm going to swatch it for you, and it dries right down to like a powder. I hope you can see that. I probably sheared it out too much. Let me do a little bit more. There you go. So it's a beautiful natural color, and yesterday I applied it with my MAC 109, but today I tried my Sephora airbrush. A lot of times I like using that Sephora Platinum, I think it's the 55 foundation brush, because it has the tack-on bristles, and I feel like it's not going to be absorbed as quick into the bristles, and so that's what I use today. And it's very subtle, so I love this very much. And let's see, she sent me a few surprises. That was one of them, and this was the other, and it is the Eye Nuovi Dust in Moonstone, and that is like their pigment. And you guys know I love stuff like this. I love MAC pigments, and I love the Swatches pigments, and I have not even swatched this yet, so we will do that together. It has a little sticker on it like this, and let's see if I can get, here, I'll put the cap back on it. This looks like a perfect taupey color. Anything called Moonstone is usually something I like. Okay, so here's, ooh, this is going to be that color that we all like, I think. It was hard to even choose what to put on this morning. That is gorgeous. I love that. That would be so good for all over the lid, and then just do something kind of matte in the crease. So hope you can see that. It's just just the color that we all love, that taupey gray. Even has like little bits of maybe a purpley pink kind of tone to it. So let's see. Ooh, I'll put this wet napkin down on my table. Okay, so that is the Moonstone Dust. Love that. And then I'm going to first swatch the two Matlogy shadows that she sent me. I contacted Deidre Witt, who is a makeup artist, a celebrity makeup artist. She does Camille Grammer's makeup, and she had a thing on her Twitter that you could go to her Facebook and ask her a question. So I did not think that she was going to answer my questions, but she did, and she's been very, very nice and helpful. And I asked her what her favorite Eye Nuovi shadows were, and she sent me a list of about 8 shadows, and Tanya in Singapore went and got those for me. So these are the shadows Deidre suggested, and the two Matlogy shadows she suggested were Bronze and Champagne. So these are the ones that I had yesterday on in my video. There's the Champagne. I hope it's gonna, these almost have like a, they're not real powdery, they're more, you can see that. And they're not cream, they're just real dense. So there is the champagne. I don't know if you can, I'll put it down here, you might can, because it's one of those champagnes, it's not the beige champagne, rosy gold type champagne, which is what I usually go for. And the other one is the Matlogy Bronze. It is beautiful. This was probably my favorite. I don't know if this one, there you go. So, this one has a lot more color payoff. And I'll put it right beside. And it's neat, when they go on, they're almost like, you can see that they're almost like, it's like they're a cross between powder and cream. They really go on pretty, and they don't look too powdery. Isn't that pretty? So you can see why, because every time I read up on Nuovi, people talk about these, the Matlogy shadows, and they talk about the lipsticks and the dust, the pigments. So, love those. We have the regular shadows, which I believe they're called wet dry shadows. Let me look at the box again. Let's see. They are called wet dry eyeshadow, and I have not tried them wet, but I love using shadows that way, so I will. Especially these dark colors will be perfect for liners. Okay, this one is Cosmo. Number, I won't give you the numbers, it's just Cosmo, because I know on the site you can use the names, and they come in the neat little bubble packages like this. And this is a really pretty, I would have to say in the brown family, but has a lot of pink undertones, kind of like, oh gosh, I don't know how to describe it. Let me just swatch it for you. Kind of like Mythology, maybe. I'll put it right here. There you go. So I can see why people like these, because they, even though they're not sparkly, they have a little bit of sheen to them. Now this is Spellbound. And I cannot even remember what I used today. Seems like I might have used this in my crease today. I think I did. So that's what's in my crease. And I'll show you what's on my lid. This is a really neat, it's a dark color. It is, if I had to say, kind of like, gosh, all the colors are so different. It's got a little bit of red, a little bit of brown, a little bit of pink. Here, let me swatch it. But you can see it is very, very, very pigmented. And a little bit goes a long way. Because I put it on my crease and I ended up having to take a clean brush and blend it out so it wouldn't be too harsh. So that is the Spellbound. But it is gorgeous. That would be really good as a liner. I have on my lids today. I couldn't wait to use these because I know these look like camille colors to me. Cashmere and Fairy. And both of them are pinky colors. And let's see, it looks like Cashmere is lighter. There it is. And it's a good pinky color. I hope it swatches well for you. There you go. So that is the Cashmere, and here is the Fairy. It is just a tad darker and has a little bit more of a rosy tone to it. And I'm running out of fingers. I'm going to go wash my hands. But they're very, I don't know if you can see how they're not powdery at all, and they're not like Stila shadows. They're not that soft. They're packed real dense, and then they come out, I don't know, like a cream to powder almost. So there is the, this is the Fairy. It's right there. Now let's see, I'm turning my hand the wrong way. It's right in there. You can see it's more of like a rosy, more of a purpley tone. Really good. So I have those two on my lid, and then I have the Spellbound, I think it was, yes, in my crease. And I have on linen, Laura Mercier linen underneath. And I think that's it far as on my eyes today. So I'm going to go wash my hands. Next one is Cement. And this is a really dark one. This is definitely one that you would probably use as a liner. And it is very, very, very dark brown, a very coffee bean type color. And it seems to have no shimmer. And I believe I might have used this a little bit yesterday. In the crease a little bit. That's what I used to make it, because after I finished my look I needed something a little bit darker, and that's what I used. But you can see it's kind of similar to, it's more brown, but it's along the same lines as Smut. It's a soft dark color instead of being so harsh. Yeah, and it blends right out. Cement, and I really like it. This is one of my favorites. It is very, very, very velvety, and very pretty. It's one of my favorites too. They're all my favorite. Let's see. So I'm going to leave that there, and we'll swatch. The last one is Rock. And I wonder if this is the one. No, this is a little bit lighter. This is more like just a golden dark brown. And let's see. Oh yeah, this one has a lot. This one's a lot lighter and has more of a sheen to it, kind of like woodwinked or something. Okay, so there is your, that is Rock. Doesn't really describe, but that is very pretty. I love that. So you can see how these are a little bit different than, they're definitely different than MAC shadows, because they're not as powdery, and I don't know, it's neat how the pigment is different on each one. But they seem to really, really, really blend out easy. And that always makes it easy to work with. That way you don't end up with a mess on your eyes because you can't blend it out. So now I'm going to show you the Kate items that she sent me. And I wore this yesterday and today, and it is the eyebrow gel, and let's see if there's a color. LB2. There, that's how it looks. It's gold, and what I like about it is I love this little itty bitty wand. And let's see if I can swatch the color for you. So you see, you still get color, and it's not like it's, you know, you're gonna have sparkalicious brows or anything like that. But it just puts them in place, and it keeps them from getting, a lot of the taupes just make my eyebrows too dark, and I feel like they're already a little bit thicker than a lot of people's, and I don't want them to kind of take over my face. But this gives me the perfect amount of framing, and I think it fills in right here a little bit better than the Dior does. The brush is a lot better. I can tell the brush actually gets into the eyebrows a lot better. So thank you, thank you, thank you for thinking of me on this, Tanya, because I really like that. And okay, I'll leave that there. And then the next shadow she sent me is from Kate. It looks like this, and it's called the Blend Zone. And I think she did really well with picking out my colors, because she said all the colors I had picked out for the Nuovi shadows were colors that she would like. So I think it was probably easy for her to pick stuff out for me. But this has the top and the bottom, and there's the top. Ooh, there's the bottom. They are pretty. And then she said the reason they call them Blend Zone is you're supposed to be able to take the two, and I hate to mix them. I don't know if you're supposed to mix them on there. I'm scared to do that. I'm going to do it right here and get a different color. Oh, I see. So you just get a softer color. That is very pretty. So that is the Kate shadows. Boy, they're really nice. And I love that package, and I love that little diamond stuff right there. So I think that is it for my shadows. And once again, thank you so much, Tanya. That was just so nice of you, and I appreciate it, as I do all my gifts. I just thought that was especially nice for you to help me out with that, because I was like jonesing for those shadows so bad. One more thing I wanted to update you guys on is the Big Fat Firm foundation brush. You know, I just got this Thursday, and I didn't use it yesterday because I had used the mineral foundation, but today I used this with my Giorgio Armani, the 5.5 Luminous foundation, and you can see it's a little bit still on there, and I really like it. I can see why people like this brush because with the bristles tapering down like that, it really thins out your product and keeps you from putting too much on. I really see why people like this. If you have a foundation that you love it, but it gets streaky on you and you have a hard time getting it to look uniform and good all over your face, this is what you need. Like NARS Sheer Glow, that is one I could never get to look good all over my face. It would like collect in different parts, but this, you can just, when you put it on, it just really, really smooths it out. I'm trying to think, there's some kind of commercial that kind of shows that. I don't know if it's a cleaning or a dusting thing or something like that, but you can tell, you know, like where some bristles are putting on the color, the others are really smoothing it out. So it is a very unique brush, and I had a few people ask me how much it was because it's not in US dollars, and I wrote them, asked them how much it was in I don't know if I wrote them and asked them how much it was in US dollars. I can't remember what I asked them, but I remember them writing me back and saying that US didn't have to pay a certain tax, and so I just kind of just went ahead and ordered it and waited. You can use PayPal, and then I looked on my account and I was a little shocked that it was I think it was right at $56. So it is a pricey brush, but this thing is solid. I mean, I will have this for the rest of my days, believe me, and I do think that the brushes are really worth it. You can have the best foundation and not put it on right, and unless you like to use your hands or a sponge. I mean, I understand that, but it's just a really good brush. I think it's worth a try. If it is a splurge, but I don't regret getting it. So thank you. I'm going to do a quick outfit of the day. John is on his way home. He had to go into work for a while, and we are getting ready to go out to eat and see Rango. So I'm going to do a quick outfit of the day for you. This Eternity scarf my mom got me for Christmas. You guys have seen this before. And then this is like a sweater coat that I got for Christmas from my mother-in-law. And I just have on a long tank top, and my, let's see, leggings are from Victoria's Secret. They're my favorite. And then I wore my boots today so you guys could see. I absolutely love them. They are so comfortable. I wore them all day last Sunday and even went to the mall and wore them all day long, and they did not hurt my feet. They're very, very soft, and they feel like they're already accessories today. And I wanted to let you see the shadows real quick too. You can see that they blend just beautifully, and they have that little bit of a sheen to them, and I love them. And I do have on some individual lashes today. I felt like putting some on. I had some extra time. And let's see, I've got the earrings that Vicky gave me, and I love them. Plenty of bling. And another ring that was made by Unlimited Elizabeth, and I love this one. It's got the silver, and then this has, I don't know if you can tell that it reflects all different colors. Wedding ring. I don't have a watch on. The same Ilamasque nail polish, and it is the Loella, and I haven't got a fragrance on yet today. And I hope you guys have a great Saturday. I will probably be back. I've got a Sue Devitt giveaway. I have been meaning to do my favorite Sue Devitt makeup products like Babylon and all my different products that I like. I've got Chiang Mai on today, and I'm going to do a giveaway. So that's coming up here in the next couple of days. So have a good weekend, and I will... Brooke's slumber party went great. They went to bed, I think, about 3:30 or 4, but nobody had any nosebleeds, nobody threw up, nobody had to go home or anything like last year, so it was good. And Bridget is doing great. The only thing we're having a hard time keeping her from jumping all over the place because she has the inside stitches, and they told us to keep her real calm for 10 days. So, but she's doing great, and I will see you real soon. Bye-bye.